Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Tina. So today we're going to talk about the vegan protest and what is the protest about. So for people that are not aware of what had happened yesterday at Melbourne CBD, 100 vegans went on the street at peak hour protest about animal rights, which marked the 1-year anniversary of the release of the film called The Dominant. The film documents the factory farming and the current animal agriculture in Australia and how the animals are being slaughtered today. Before we go any further, I just want to say I have seen part of that documentary, and it's so cruel that how animals are being treated that no one would be able to sit through the film. It is right that people are saying vegans shouldn't force the idea on people or on the society. But I just want to say, you don't have to be a vegan to have compassion. You don't have to be a vegan to support the cause. You don't have to agree with the protests and their tactic. But please be aware of animals and how animals are being treated in the society in the modern farming today. And have some sympathy. Be the change that you want to see in the world. So later on this video, I will have 3 friends that to join us to express their opinions about this vegan protesting. But their face will be blurred as to protect their privacy. I come across a lot of friends who told me what is wrong with animal slaughter. So animals are born for humans to consume. That's their idea. So I just want to say, even if that is your idea, have you ever considered how the meat are being processed and how the steak get to your table? So each year, there were more than 500 million animals were killed in Aussie farming industry. And are you aware of how and which method they are using to kill these animals? So in the slaughterhouse, not to mention the fears of getting the animal from the farm to the slaughterhouse. It's like, here, there you go, is the end of your lifespan today, and this is a ticket. Get on that track, and then we will take you to the factory that you are supposed to die. The fear of it. They are animals that has feelings, just as your own pet, your dog, your cat. There's no difference. And then what they use, the gas chamber. So the gas chamber is a room where you place the piglets or the pigs, and there is not enough oxygen. And then when they are suffocating, you cut through their throat with a knife and they bleed out. Another common method would be electrical stunning. So that causes damage to the pig or the cattle's brain, and then you cut through their throat with a knife and they also bleed out. And how can we say that is a happy meat after? How is that happy? So that's just a little bit of my personal opinions. Now let's just listen to my 3 guests and see what they think. Just a very quick thing for my Korean subscribers. 죄송합니다 여러분. 이 영상은 제가 영어만 쓰어요. 한국말 할 수가 없어요. 제 한국말 너무 못했으니까 이 토픽가 너무 어려워. 근데 나중에 다른 영상에서 제가 꼭 한국말 쓸게요. 나중에 봐요. So Mark, what do you think about the whole vegan thing?
Yeah, so my thought was that they have successfully done what they needed to do, and now people are talking about it and people are aware of what's actually happening, which is so important. So I think by having that such small distraction for people to be aware of such a huge problem, that is a very small cost, and they did a really good job, so well done.
But what about that map thing that Chris Delphos create for like the farmer map? Actually locate their actual address.
Yeah. So Tina was just telling me how there's a map that's going around of the farmer's residential address, and it's causing them a lot of harm, and people going to the house to cause any trouble. I think that is super duper slack, and that should not happen, because it is not the farmers who's causing these demand. They are just simply doing their job, and they should not be
harassed like that. Yes. And imagine if you are a farmer yourself and you have got a 5-year-old daughter, and then people actually walk in your house, and then like what would you think? So we do think that it's right to get the message out there. But for people that is not vegan, I know there is a lot of people react on social media by eating a steak or by eating a hamburger to against that protesting. I also think that's very unwise as well. So you could choose not to be vegan, but you could have a little sympathy on what's going on and aware of how the animal is being treated.
Yeah, I think it all comes down to respect, like respecting each other's lifestyle choices, and just being aware of what's happening.
Yes.
So, and I think it's a big step for people to choose a way to protest in such way.
We do respect them, respect their courage. One more thing though, Mark, do you think that this whole protesting is doing us vegan any good? Because a lot of vegan actually says that they are now shameful to use that word vegan.
Really?
Yeah. Because of this whole aggressive behavior, because people think that maybe you should like express yourself in a more like educational way.
Yeah. Well, then the real question is, why is it so hard for people to be aware of what's happening in the first place then? Why do people need to go in such extreme cause to get their message out?
Yes, our PM Morrison did say that they call us vegan the green criminals after today's the green criminals. What do you think about that?
What do you mean?
Like, so the green criminals, so vegan, everything's green, and then so the criminals of greens, you know.
I don't know. I have no comment to that.
No comment to that.
Alright. It's kind of cute, I guess. I
so Morrison's kind of cute.
Green criminal.
Okay. Alright. Thank you, Mark. Thank you for being on my channel today.
You're welcome.
I guess next guest then.
Hi.
So, Tim, tell us about what you know about this vegan protesting today.
So been seeing it in the news all day throughout the day about the vegan protesters basically sitting in that intersection in Melbourne, blocking all the trams and all the traffic and everything, and disrupting a lot of people's days.
Yeah, so do you think that what they have done is right or is too extreme?
So I understand why they did it, to basically get as many people's attention as possible and to get the headlines and get on the front page of all the news articles and newspapers. But I feel like there's probably a different way they could do that it's disrupting a lot of people's days and a lot of people's lives. Agree with them to protest. They have the right to protest, and I agree with why they're protesting 100%. But I feel like there's a less disruptive way, and I feel like it may encourage people to disagree with them rather than to agree with them.
Okay, yeah. So, have you heard about the animal agriculture thing? About how Australian farmers are killing animals, and about how they label their product as happy egg, happy meat. What do you think about that?
Yeah, so I feel like some of the ways that they are killing these animals is quite inhumane and
Yes.
and sometimes horrible.
Hi everyone,
Yeah.
this is Piranat.
Hi.
So Piranat is also a vegetarian. So Piranat, please tell us, why do you decide to be a vegetarian?
Well, I kind of did it because my parents are vegos. So, but then it kind of grew on me when growing up as a vegetarian, because obviously when I was out, they were like, you can eat meat if you want, blah, blah, blah. But coming from a Buddhist background as well, I feel like we're taught to not kill animals.
Yep.
So therefore, by us eating the animals themselves, we're kind of like killing the animals, like kind of like around the corner kind of thing. Do you
Yeah.
get what I mean?
Yeah.
So because of that, I kind of like just stayed with it for ethical reasons and because of health reasons, because
Schools. Could
Yeah.
you tell me about that whole thing about iron deficiency if you are vegan? Do you think that has scientific research behind it?
yeah, so there are definitely research that talks about if you're vegan, there's if you're an extreme vegan, there can be like deficits in iron and deficits in your blood, like that can lead to anemia. So there are scientific backing papers that are backing that claim. But if you do watch your dietary intake, I feel like you can get the plant-based versions of things, but you just really have to be mindful of what you eat.
Yeah, you just need to balance it
Yeah.
out, don't you?
Yeah.
Like, you need to be mindful of what, like, protein intake and iron intake. That I think you can get it in plants.
Yeah,
What
you
about
can.
that? The ways that current Aussie farmers are killing animals. Have you ever watched that documentary that's like behind all this vegan protesting? It's called Dominion.
No,
Yeah.
because I don't eat meat myself.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
therefore, I don't really know about what's going on with like abattoirs and stuff like that. But yeah,
But people do deserve to know that how the meat got processed and how the steak got to their table.
yeah, I think there is definitely a sort of ignorance when it comes to like an ethical ignorance sometimes when it comes to eating meat,
Yeah.
because we kind of like push it to the side of, oh, I don't know it, ignorance is bliss kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I think there's definitely a bit of that.
Yeah.
So if people do learn about it, I think they can become a more health conscious and ethically
Yeah.
conscious consumer. But I feel like if it's shoved in their throats, then that's a different story than them like being gently pushed into knowing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Pirana.
Yeah, all
Thank
good.
you. And if you like my video today, please give me a thumb up and subscribe my channel. My channel is Nana Sydney. And I'll see you next time, everyone. Bye. Think twice when you're gonna have meat today.